joined by the Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well.
Here we go. Well, they beat this team the first time around, but they better be ready for some adjustments today.
Yeah, they should expect a more motivated team this time around. Revenge is a very powerful motivator.
And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Precise delivery on the pass. Led him perfect.
And Stan, this Chicago front office embracing a more patient approach in building with younger players.
Yeah, B.A., and admitting that in recent years they may have skipped steps trying to leap into the playoff picture. So now a change of course is taking place.
Zubac's high post. Howard with the ball, and it's Robinson picking him up. Zubac comes with a double team. Here's Bosch. Back to Howard. Pass to Knippel. Launches a three. The rebound by Murray. And it's Murray with the ball for Chicago. Pippen outside. Back to Robinson. Over Knippel. Robinson gets the bucket.
Well, this is Robinson at his best. He can really do damage off the catch.
Pass to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now here's Anunoby. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. And it's Howard finishing it off.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now here's Pippen. 6 to shoot. Howard with some nice D.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
And the defense, they have to honor Mitchell as a scorer. And when they do, it just opens up the passing lanes.
Outside Robinson. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
He drops it from range.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Pass to Robinson. It's stolen. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
On the wing, Murray. Back to Robinson. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Here's Pippen. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That one on Mitchell. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
And here's Knippel from the arc. And Atlanta misses again. Bulls trail by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Quinn Snyder. When asking him about their key to success, he immediately pointed to Jamal Murray. He said he's the conductor of their operation. If you want to slow them down, you go for the head of the snake, and that's Jamal. Keying in on the orchestrator sounds like a good plan. We'll see if they execute it. Back over to you, Brian.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Bosch. No good, a bit long that time. So it's Chicago now. Murray for 3. Howard grabs the miss. Atlanta leading by 4. Pass to Bosch. That one is stuffed right through.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Now we're on the double team. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Howard. Pass to Knipple. 4-3. Chicago grabs the miss.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Hawks down. Knipple.
Making some changes.
15 seconds. Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 40 left in the opening quarter. Up top, Dunn. Kicks it out to Clark. Pass to Richardson. Fires for three. Second shot opportunity. Toppin outside. The three ball. It's rebounded by Zubats. The Bulls trail by 4. Down low. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
Just leaping up to the rim, no one could get in Anunoby's way.
Pass to Clark. Back to Richardson. And here's Lively. Missed inside. Now here's Zubats. Pippen outside. He nails it, and we're tied. Pippen's got 5 now.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Pass to Lively. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Pippen. Nails it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
Well, he's such a natural talent. Has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
OG.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Chicago ahead. They're up by 5. After this break. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for Chicago.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Here's DiVincenzo. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front, and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Pass to Jordan. Here's Ryder. Outside Bain. Just 5 to shoot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And Grant, in recent years, we've seen the pace of the NBA game increasing.
Yeah, it stagnated in the 90s, but it is back. We're still not at the frenetic pace of the 1960s when we'd see over 120 possessions a game, but the efficiency is at an all-time high.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Hawks trail by 7. Here's Mitchell, and he dunks it in. Right on John Collins. Oh, man.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too. He sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. And here's Knippel from the arc. Finally gets one to go. That makes him 1 for 5 in this game.
Yes, I know Knippel is a rookie, but he entered the league with a reputation from deep.
Here's Ryder. Off the mark there with a 3.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Into the lane. Knippel. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Knippel's got 5 points.
Yeah, showing he's not just a shooter. Knippel, the rookie, with a nice take.
Ryder, good.
Easy shot for him. They'll take that every time up the floor.
Outside Mitchell. Here's the 3. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
Here's Ryder. Oh, wow!
Look out!
And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Great positioning on the putback.
Ooh, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Back to DiVincenzo. Outside Bane. Pass to Ryder. And he converts the layup. Give him 8.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Bosch. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell can't get that one to fall.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, BA. Derek Lively uses his mobility to his advantage. He said, quote, "I like to turn the game into a track meet because I can't outmuscle anybody. But I can definitely get around people, I can outrun them, and I have to be able to use my stamina and energy to get up and down as much as I can." Brian?
Smart approach. Allie, appreciate the report. In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter. And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Ryder. Give him 8. On the wing, Bane. Shot clock at 6. Sinks the tray. Bane's got his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, Bane is dangerous from three-point land. The defense has to chase him off that line. Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here's Ryder. Averaging around 5 points a game.
Well, picking up his second foul. He can still be aggressive, but has to be smart about it.
Here's Ryder. Collins outside. Pass to Ryder. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by Atlanta. Mitchell with the ball. Jordan picks him up. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. And the call is going to be, yes, on the illegal screen.
They've done a lot of good things today, but one area they need to improve is their ball security.
Hawks trail by 5. There's a screen by Toppin. And he jams it home with authority.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust.
Please give a big ATL welcome to the Hawks Heights Squad. Fans, turn your attention to the center court. It's the Hawks Heights Squad.
Hawks trail up by 6. Dunn outside. Here's Howard. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Team fourth.
1:14 left in the second period. Here's Ryder. And he drives in. And he banks in the layup. Ryder's got 13 now.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And here's Dunn. Howard. Oh, a dunk and a foul! Powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line.
DeAndre Jordan.
They'll pin that one on DeAndre Jordan. And the Hawks making a change here. And that one falls for Howard. Bulls leading by 3. Now here's Bain. 35 seconds left in the second quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bain. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Dunn outside. Pass to Clark. Here's Howard. Covered by Jordan. And Jordan comes to help. Allen, right side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so it looks like it'll be Atlanta's ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Bulls ball.
And so here is Chicago. DiVincenzo driving. It's stolen by Dunn. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Collins. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half.
36.
It's the Bulls.
Chicago.
They lead by 3.
39.
We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Outside Murray with the drive. Pass to Zubac. Back to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Robinson. The offensive rebound. On the wing, Murray. Pippen outside. Let's go with a 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Pippen's got 11 points. Mitchell drives in. And Mitchell with the slam.
The burst and power of Mitchell on full display. This guy's incredible.
Pass to Robinson. Back to Pippen. Howard on the double team. They kick it out to Murray. Murray slicing in. Howard grabs the miss. Hawks trail up by 4. To the left side wing. Here's Knipple. Got it. Good job in the low post. He has 7.
And a nice play by Knipple. He knows where to get his points.
Pippen outside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Knipple with a bucket.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime, making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
Pippen with it, and Howard picks him up defensively. Zubac's shot is off. The Hawks trailing. Here's Knipple. Here's Howard. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And so Murray will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Pippen outside. Back to Anunoby. From behind the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Anunoby's got 5 now.
And that is the shot they want Anunoby to take, and he excels in the catch and shoot.
And he commits the intentional foul. Atlanta making some changes. And so timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy.
Make some noise for your ATL Sixers.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Well, I know what their coach is preaching in this huddle. Can you guys please stop turning it over?
Substitution on the court.
Mitchell with the ball. He's picked up by Zubac. And that's a foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Pippen outside. Over Knipple. The rebound by Bosch. Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Dunn.
Backcourt violation.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented.
Murray inside. To the wing, right side. Pippen. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. The Chicago Bulls retiring the jersey of hometown hero and former league MVP Derrick Rose. His coach with the Bulls, Tom Thibodeau, said, "The true measure of a man is how he handles adversity, and nobody did it better. He always found a way to rise above, and there's no question in my mind he is a Hall of Fame player." Brian, back over to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Clock at 6. Robinson for 3. Connects from downtown. And it's a 10-point Bulls lead.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run. Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Here's Pippen. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
Sinks it from distance. Mitchell's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you know Mitchell wants to get to the rim. You play it that way, then he pulls the string on you.
And it's slammed in by Zubac.
If you bring a double at this level, it can lead to some easy hoops.
And here's Knipple from the arc. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Here's Pippen. Pass to Murray. And Chris Dunn gets the whistle that time.
Chris Dunn.
That'll be a second foul of the game.
Team first. Now into the lineup for Atlanta.
And so here is Chicago.
From the alley.
They've led by as much as 10. Oh, Murray rising up.
Well, we always talk about Murray shooting, but he can attack the basket as well.
And during the Nuggets' 2023 title run, Jamal Murray was absolutely incredible, Coach.
Yeah, B.A., you know, they don't even get there without a healthy Murray. He put up 33 a game against the Lakers in the conference finals, repeatedly making tough, contested, clutch shots.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Knipple with a bucket.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Zubac, screen. To the inside. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Just a big man playing big. No way to stop it.
Back to Mitchell. .24 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's Knipple. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
It's stolen. Right wing. And here's Knipple from the arc. Misses the trade. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Chicago ahead. They lead by 3. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Hawks trail by 3. To the paint. And stolen by Bane. Here's Ryder. Pass to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Buries it from 3. Collins has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Inside. Outside Richardson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Ryder.
Hey, yo, right here.
Second chance effort. Ooh, Howard with a block. Outside Mitchell. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. Left side Bane. From downtown. Ryder can't get it to go. Out to DiVincenzo. Chicago passing it around. Clock at 4. Back to Jordan. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. Jordan's got his first basket.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pass.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. They'll pin that one on John Collins. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
Chicago leading by 6. Bane surveying the D. Here's Ryder. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Shot is good by Gillespie. Gillespie's gotten his first bucket of the night.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Jordan. Now Bain. Shot clock at 6. To the wing on the left. Fires it from 18. And there's another one for the Bulls.
Well, when the jumper is falling for Collins, it's a good sign for this offense.
Oh, rejected by Jordan. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Ryder. Rebounded by Dunn.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Pass to Gillespie. Back to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
They're finally taking care of the ball and playing smarter. Turnovers were a problem early on.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Atlanta Hawks. To the inside. Howard's shot's good. Howard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And that's easy pickings right there. Leave someone that wide open, and Mitchell's not going to miss them.
Pippen left side. Ooh, he leaves no question.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was tighter than the takeoff.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
Well, Murray engineering that bucket with terrific ball movement.
Allen outside. Howard with the ball. Banks it home. Big shot.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
Here's Murray. Now Anunoby. Let's loose for three. And he nails it.
Yeah, Anunoby likes that corner angle. He's very comfortable from there.
Zubac pulls it down.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for. Well, that's part of his role. With great size, they rely on him to help control the ball.
It's money from deep.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Substitution on the court.
Screen by Lively. Tries it from 16. Here's Bosch. Anunoby there for the rebound. Zubac. Lively pulls it down. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. No good. Pippen with it. Up by Allen. And that's an intentional foul.
Team second.
4-point game. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet, we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
The three is in.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
Shooting for Chicago.
missing both free throws. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, they'll likely only get one shot at this. They need to make it count.
Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. There was a sense of urgency. Coach said, quote, "We are right there, guys. Just stay together and trust one another. Let's take this one. Guys, let's see how that message resonates with the team."
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Zubac with the steal. Murray. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Timeout. And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
And a three would tie it up. If they have to make one extra pass to get a better shot, they probably have.
Don't be doing that flash ball shit, dude.
So aggressive.
Don't do that flash ball shit with me. I could do that all day. I could do that all game. I could do that all game. I could have did every time you be running that mug from inbound, but I don't.
Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. And here's Pippen. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Oh, big finish. Oh, he jammed it.
BA, I'm not sure he should be floating around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good.
He's having a good night from the field. Now, I know the defense is really keying in on him, but they need him involved if they're going to pull this out.
Zubac, screen. Now Anunoby. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Howard inside. Deflects the pass. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard. Here are the Bulls with the ball. Extra time here, just over a minute into overtime. Knocks it loose. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Here's the break. Lays it in easily.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
Now Anunoby. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Mitchell. Oh, he rips it down off the miss.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
The drive by Pippen. Takes a three. Here's Anunoby. Puts up the tray. Ooh, the shot misses. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer. And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Wow, that was a big make from David.
All right, Grant trying to seize control now.
And BA, if they can convert here, they might be able to close the door.
Here's Knipple. Ooh, he stayed with it, but he couldn't get it to fall.
And the game has come down to this. They need a score, or you can practically call it quits.
And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
Anunoby having to deal with bodies draped on him, not giving in.
Chicago making a switch here. He sinks the clutch free throw.
Pressure-packed free throws, but he stayed calm and nailed it.
Now here's Mitchell. Zubac with the steal. And so they foul intentionally.
Dwight Howard. First, team seconds. At the line for the Bulls. Scottie Pippen.
First free throw is good. And that'll put them up 2. Second one is good. Getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Question is, now can they protect the 3-point lead he's given them?
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, need a three. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy.
Oh, targets from downtown.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. So it's the Bulls taking the W in a close one.
GG.
It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then they're...
Everybody on your know. I bought my whole family whips, no Volvos. Next time I'm in church, please no photos. Police escorts.